Ringing up Christopher Browell.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07769247196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Yes, hello, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself another daily message like I have been doing since the end of August. It's been 296 days that the local authority, have unlawfully kidnapped my brother and forced him into a care home. But the good news is, obviously, I've spoken to Tracy today, the care home manager, who's informed me that you have contacted her and authorized me to speak to my brother on the telephone, which is a good news because I've spoken to him, and obviously I'm reassured now that he's still alive and that you haven't tortured him or murdered him as I anticipated, because I understand how you people operate. You in order to save costs, you just end up killing people, as you had murdered my brother 10 years ago, my older brother 10 years ago. So here we are. Why are you refusing to speak to me on the telephone? First of all, are we going to arrange a meeting, family meeting and stuff like this? You're refusing to speak to me on the telephone, and yet you're looking to make arrangements and stuff. You've got my brother unlawfully in that care home. I've spoken to him today. He's stated that he does not want to be in there. He's being held unlawfully and against his wishes. He has not been allowed to leave from there. That's an unlawful detention. All right, that's false arrest and unlawful detention. But I'm grateful that you've given them the authority so I can speak to my brother at least. I mean, look at the situation, the way you've handled it. You've come down with the police, arrested me, taken my brother into your custody, then proceeded to sabotage our attempts at the house that we were living in, and now all of a sudden, yes, you've got everything your own way, and now I'm having to beg to speak to my own brother. What legal rights have you got to take my brother in the manner that you have done so? I want to speak to you and the council or anybody. Like, I want to know exactly what's happened here. I want to go visit my brother, but I'm very apprehensive because I know how the council works. They lay entrapments for me. I mean, everything that I've said to you whilst we were conversing about nearly a year ago in June, July time, has actually June time. Yes, it's coming to be a year now that we were last conversing, when I had raised a complaint with yourself. It's coming to a year, and everything I've said has come true, hasn't it? I told you you're going to come with the police to abduct my brother. I told you you're going to take away the care home. I explained to you the cost of the care home that you're going to remove now. I explained all these things to you, and they come to fruition. It's not just me being, hyper paranoid. It's the reality is that you, the local authority, are not doing anything within the confines of the law, and you are clearly committing acts of villainy and tyranny against me and my family members. But I'm glad I've spoken to my brother, and obviously my brother's got nothing. You're not going to get a statement out of my brother against me. He loves me, all right, and he wants me to care for him. He's confirmed to me that he's in that place. There's nobody that speaks his language. He's got nobody to speak to. He's basically just in his bedroom crying all the time because you're torturing him. You're holding him against his will, and in your care, in your care and custody at a care home. I want to know who's been paying for this care home and why you are refusing to engage with me. It's been now 296 days later that I'm having to speak to my brother after you're not giving me a clarity of understanding of what legal framework you've used. All you've done is come down with the police. Arrested me, removed my brother's passports, and now refusing to speak to me. How many voice messages have I left you? Why are you refusing to engage with me? Why are you refusing to, trying to resolve a situation? Is this a resolution that you bought? You were trying to put forward a proposal for me and my brother. That's where we last left the situation back in June last year. And here we are, nearly a year later. And what did you end up doing? You ended up abusing your power and position, got the police to involved and come and captured my brother, held him in the situation, made us lose our care home, all right? And I've been put into this situation now where you are refusing to engage with us, but yet looking to do all these power moves. It's completely ridiculous. ridiculous. You've ended up harming, alarming, and distressing us for nothing. And I want to speak to you. What is the problem with me speaking to you? What seems to be the problem here? I've spoken to Tracy, and she's confirmed that you've spoken to her. So obviously the care home is taking instructions from you. So they're acting as your proxy agents. Whether Talib is in one of your own care homes or whether he's in a care home that you're basically providing instructions to, then it's the same thing, isn't it? He's in your custody, whether directly or indirectly, whether this care home is there or not. My only concern now is that I understand how you operate, and getting me to be on site and then looking to do acts of villainy and tyranny against me. Obviously I'm still being targeted. Why is there a continuation of a 296-day police investigation of neglect when quite clearly the situation was one being precipitated by yourself and nobody else? So I'm urging you to contact me, to speak to me, to resolve the situation so we can have some clarity of understanding, rather than acting in this manner by choosing to avoid the situation. Who's gonna rescue you from the situation other than you're trying to resolve a situation with me? Now the first priority is for me to go to see my brother, unfettered access to see my brother. My brother's not authorized you to take him like this, and now I'm being given some gobbledygook about what is it, deprivation of liberty or safeguards. When did you get an order in place? You got no order in place. You're basically trying to get me to come on site to entrap me. I don't know how you operate, so that's why I'm fearful.
15 seconds recording time remaining.
Now my brother's told me that he's very, he wants me to visit him, and I want to visit him too, but obviously not before we've had a conversation. I need to know who his next of kin is, who his nearest relative is, and who his guardian is. I need to have that clarity. You've provided me with one answer, that you've taken my brother. The legal framework is deprivation of liberty safeguard. You know that's...
Your recording time has expired.
It's all bullshit.
To leave your message, press 1. To review, message sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.